Let me tell you, if you told me 6 months ago that I'd end up in a driveway showdown with a grown man who live streams his own humiliation and a clipboard-wielding HOA president who calls the cops over moral looseness, I'd have called you crazy. But there I was, barely 90 minutes after rolling into Foxglove Summit, engine still ticking hot on my brand-new Ferrari SF90 Spider, when some dude in gym shorts tried to yank open my door and his mother, visor down, folding chair dead center in my driveway, sat there with a sign that literally said traffic calming device of bug fixing and disaster debugging can buy. And I wanted peace, maybe a lawn that minds its own business, you know? Instead, I got Mara Yates, HOA president and self-declared savior of neighborhood, entrepreneur/influencer/disruptor. All he's ever disrupted is my Saturday morning peace. So the day my Grigio Titanio Spider arrived, sun glinting off the lines, looking like a spaceship someone made a really good decision about, I just stood there, soaking in every carbon fiber detail until I spotted the first community aesthetic concern on my doormat. Official HOA letterhead, a cartoon gavel, and the phrase excessively aspirational coupe visible from street. Apparently, subsection 12-4B. I checked, subsection 12-4B covers sheds. But Mara to her, my car was a mobile shed with attitude. That's when things kicked off. Mara's escalation style is unique. She slapped me with a warning for unsanctioned vehicle charisma, said there was a 9 p.m. curfew on mechanical noises with performative intent, and started handing out flyers. Protect our youth from exotic car culture. Picture a sports car and a parent shielding their kid's eyes, like I'd driven up naked. Trevor jumped on the sidewalk live stream, yelling, "Day 3, guy with Ferrari won't share," while rattling a gas can like he was auditioning for a maraca band. His chat, 6 people, tops, telling him, "Bro, just ask nicer." Spoiler, he never did. He even started a petition, "Let Trevor test drive community vehicles for transparency." 3 signatures, 2 were his mom using different emails. Next, they tried to label the Ferrari as commercial equipment because, and I quote, "it has more buttons than a forklift." Every day, a new note slipped under my door. Ferrari red clashes with HOA. Palette, my car's gray by the way. Convertible roof implies moral looseness. Exhaust noise constitutes psychological harassment of sedans. That one got delivered by Mara's friend Marla, who glared at me until I offered her an espresso. She called it performance enhancing for elitists and left me a pamphlet about humility. I kid you not. So there I am, Saturday morning, shuffling boxes in gym shorts, expecting a quiet start, and suddenly Mara's chair scrapes across my driveway like a drawbridge, Trevor trailing her, hollering, "I'll just take it around the block for the community." His hands are all over the door. My dashcam chirps. He jumps, then comes right back, kneels, starts running his fingernail along the carbon fiber like he's at a dig site. I tell him to stop. He claims he's checking build quality, for my benefit, leaves a tiny scratch, then stands, brushes off, and loudly declares he's found 3 issues with the paint and needs to document them for insurance. Flash photos from 6 inches away. Meanwhile, Mara's at the end of the drive, filming and narrating for her tablet. Homeowner refuses to share community resources. Vehicle creates unsafe aspiration levels in minors. I'm just standing there, arms full of books, wondering if I'm on some hidden camera prank show. Trevor tries my side gate, claims common easement to Ferrari under community standards. I tell him that's not a thing. He insists, can't name a precedent, just keeps saying precedent while rattling the latch. He tries to climb over, makes it a foot, then lands in my newly planted hedge, 2 murdered boxwoods, RIP. And then Mara dials 911. Right there, in my driveway. She tells the operator I'm endangering minors with my reckless showcase. Operator's like, what does that mean? Mara says my car is causing psychological distress and dangerous levels of ambition in local kids. The operator's patience withers in real time. Believe me, you could hear it. But Trevor's not done. He grabs a selfie stick, tapes his phone to it, starts fishing through my screen door, trying to snag my keys from the entryway. Rips the screen, big time, 6 inches. He's live, narrating. Almost got it, chat. Keys right there. His chat, 9 viewers, starts panicking. Dude, this is breaking and entering. Trevor, you're on camera, bro. He's unfazed, manages to knock over a plant, soil everywhere. My dash cams, my Ferrari's 360-degree, they catch all of it. 20 minutes later, 2 cop cars roll up, expecting street racers or domestic drama. Instead, me, offering espresso. Trevor, ranting about borrowers' rights. Mara waving car photos like they're subpoenas. The younger cop, Kowalski, looks at Trevor, then at me, then at the car, like he's watching a nature doc about endangered stupidity. I hand them my title, registration, insurance, all neat and organized. Then the real HOA. Bylaws. Section 12-4. Sheds. Section 15. Vehicles. 3 rules. No oil leaks, no inoperable cars, no commercial trucks. My car's clean. Kowalski flips through, nods. His partner, Officer Chun, stone-faced, asks Mara to explain the emergency. Mara launches into a monologue on visual pollution and corruption of youth. Trevor pipes up. He only tried to document safety concerns. Officer Chun, what concerns? Trevor, cars too low, people might stare, cause accidents. Chun, did you touch it? Trevor, for inspection. Did you have permission? Implied by community. Fellowship. Cue my laptop, footage rolling. Trevor pawing the Ferrari, scratching it, fishing through my door with a selfie stick, the whole 9 yards. The cops watch in silence. Mara complains about invasive cameras. Officer Chin points out they're on his property. Legal. Trevor whines about citizen journalism. Kowalski, that doesn't cover trespassing. Then my ace. The county letter. Turns out, Mara had tried to pass an exotic vehicle moratorium before I even moved in. Wanted to ban cars over $50,000 in value. County shut her down, said it's outside HOA authority. And probably illegal. The air shifts. Officer Chin asks if Mara filed a false police report. Mara says she reported my attitude. Officer Chun, is attitude a crime? Mara, it should be. The cops tell everyone to cool it. Mara refuses. She says my car is hostile architecture, visible from her window. Officers cite Trevor for trespass and attempted theft, warn Mara about 911. Misuse, suggest I consider a harassment order. Trevor protests. Kowalski asks if he wants resisting added. He declines. Then the sergeant steps over, late 40s, eyes the car, asks if it can really move silently in E mode. I oblige, and the Ferrari glides 10 feet down the drive, silent as Sunday. Trevor whines on his live stream about the cops helping the Ferrari escape. Viewer count drops to 4. Wednesday, Mara calls an emergency HOA meeting, urgent community safety matter. The rec hall is packed. People even bring popcorn, lemon bars, notebooks, you name it. I show up with my binder, and Priya, my neighbor, insurance adjuster, sharp as a guillotine, who's watched the whole circus and volunteers as neutral witness. Mara stands at the podium, clipboard raised, declaring I'm a threat to collective harmony. No name, but all eyes on me. She shows photos of my car, a petition with 8 signatures, hers, Trevor's, her sister's, who doesn't live here. Claims my Ferrari endangers children, devalues homes, violates the spirit of the rules. She wants me fined $500, forced to garage the car, and issue a public apology for flaunting wealth. Board looks uncomfortable. Gary, one member, asks if there's an actual bylaw violation. Mara says it's spiritual. My turn. I walk up, lay out a timeline. For weeks, 17 notices from Mara. 0 citing actual violations. Photographed 42 times without consent. Live streamed 6 times. Police called twice. Petitioned, and my property damaged. Priya hooks up my laptop. Footage on the wall. 10 feet wide. Trevor caught pawing the car, climbing my gate, falling into the bushes, selfie stick through my door, Mara blocking the driveway. Dead silence. We play the 911 audio. Dispatcher asks, is anyone hurt? Mara, yes, the community's values. Whole room goes still. Then the board attorney. Guy was hired for mailbox font fights, not this. He mutters about ultra vires and personal liability. Asks Mara if she consulted him. She hadn't. If she knew she was exposing the board to lawsuits, she didn't. He says her actions create legal risk for every board member. She says, Worth it for justice. The vote is instant. Gary moves to censure Mara. The board votes 4-0. Mara is suspended from her HOA powers. Trevor's property damage gets sent to insurance. 3 days later, insurance demands $2,100 for my screen door, paint, and the murdered boxwoods. And then, true story, the police step in, not for the meeting, but to serve Trevor with a restraining order on his live stream in front of everybody. He's not allowed within 100 feet of me or my property. His chat lights up. F in the chat for Trevor. Trevor got legally styled on. His mouth just hangs open. By August, Mara's suspended for a year. No appeals. Fined $850 for 911 abuse. Ordered by a judge, a real no-nonsense lady with glasses on a chain, to take a 40-hour property management course before touching another clipboard. Mara stands there, red-faced, tries to interrupt. The judge tells her to sit. Trevor, no priors, gets a deal, 100 hours of community service, job required in 60 days. Or the charges come back. The judge even assigns him to valet bikes and golf carts at the community center, specifically bans him from parking anything with an engine. She makes sure he gets it. Trevor goes pale, manages a squeak. Yes, Your Honor. Mara, after court, stands in the hallway clutching her empty purse. No clipboard. Nobody making eye contact. Linda, board member for 3 years, stops and says, I tried to warn you. Mara just stares at the wall, like she's looking for instructions on how to rebuild a kingdom from scratch. Trevor's beside her, scrolling his phone, but somehow more alone than ever. His follower count in free fall, his big restraining order moment clipped and memed all over the internet. Main character syndrome meets consequences. HOA Karen's son learns about property rights. Comments, not kind. Trevor just keeps scrolling. And me? I still get up every Saturday, pull open that garage, let the light hit the Grigio Titanio, sip my espresso, and think, maybe there's hope for Foxglove Summit after all. Or maybe I'm just the latest exhibit. What do you think? Is it justice? Or just the world's most expensive lesson in picking your neighbors? Drop your thoughts below. Tell me your wildest HOA story, or where you draw the line between personal freedom and community values. And hey, if you enjoyed this little saga, hit that subscribe, share it around, and let's keep shining a light on the wild side of suburbia.